What Bukola Saraki's victory means for Nigeria, Ubani, Zikirullahi. Monday, Ubani, the second vice president of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, said the country was the ultimate loser due to the shoddy handling of the case. The Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CRIST, said the All Progressives Congress had lost touch with its promise on corruption. The second vice president of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, Monday, Ubani, has joined many other citizens of the country condemning the recent acquittal granted Bukola Saraki, the Senate president, by the Code of Conduct Tribunal, CCT. The CCT discharged and acquitted Saraki, who was arraigned by the federal government for allegedly refusing to provide full details in his assets declaration. Ubani, who expressed shock at the ruling of the CCT, noted that Nigeria was actually the victim of Saraki's victory. Saraki won the case against him at the Code of Conduct Tribunal. I have just read the considered ruling of the chairman of Code of Conduct Tribunal, Mr. Danladi Amar, and my view is that we are yet to understand the import and purpose of law in any given society. Constantly our current jurisprudence is leaning heavily towards the undue elevation of technicality over substantive justice. Whenever a judge rules in favor of a defendant on no case submission, it means that the prosecution has not been able to establish a prima facie case that would warrant the defendant to offer an explanation for his alleged malfeasance. The effect is that the defendant goes home without a single word uttered to explain any alleged misdeed. It is a tragedy that Bukola Saraki has gone home with songs and dancing from his supporters mocking the current fight against corruption by this administration. If this was a deal with whomsoever, it was neatly cut and Nigeria and Nigerians remain the ultimate loser, he said in a statement obtained by Nage, adding that he has hoped that the country would bounce back someday. On its part, the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CRIST, said after carefully reviewing the verdict, it is calling for the resignation of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. The organization said it had become clear that the anti-corruption crusade has been mortgaged by the band of thieving elite bent on cornering the resources of the nation, and holding down the country's development agenda. Regrettably, the anti-graft war has been compromised through a grand conspiracy involving corrupt actors, who cut across all the three arms of government. Ubani condemned the handling of the case against Saraki at the CCT. The group said most leaders in the country had failed the people, asking those in the judiciary to bury their heads in shame for looking the other way and allowing leaders go scot-free through technicalities orchestrated by the same thieving elites. The judiciary has emptied itself of the last shred of credibility. At this rate, it will not be surprising if Nigerians wake to hear that the recently arrested kidnap kingpin, Evans, if brought before the courts, is asked to go home, in spite of his heinous crimes. This is the extent to which the Nigeria judiciary has sunk in aiding and abetting criminals, who in sane societies would be behind bars. It is also now abundantly clear that the All Progressives Congress, APC, neither has the strategy nor the commitment to dealing a decisive blow to the monster of corruption. In fact, the party has become so accommodating to corruption that it is no longer different from the hopelessly corrupt PDP, which it replaced in 2015. This means the Nigerian people must begin the search for a viable alternative to the current APC contraption, The statement by Dr. Ibrahim Zikirullahi, its executive director, said. Com earlier reported that the discharge and acquittal of Senate President Bukola Saraki by the Code of Conduct Tribunal, CCT, helped the economy. According to reports, this was the submission of the minority leader of the Senate Godswill Akpabio while speaking on the floor of the upper legislative house on Thursday, June 15. Akpabio made his comments just before the Senate embarked on a 2-week recess.